Welcome back to Upton Middle School. I know that it's been an unusual last 6 months or so, but we're ready to go. We're ready to have you. On behalf of Mr. Jeffers, the entire Upton staff, myself, I'm Mr. Mandarino, the building principal here at Upton. And just want to say that when we come back, we're going to do the best we can to make sure that students, staff are safe and ready to go. We're going to practice the life skills of patience, kindness, flexibility, and we're going to give people grace, and we're going to get this all figured out. Things are going to be great. We're going to work it out. It's going to be a good school year, and we're going to go inside and go through some of the different protocols and directions and procedures. And Mr. Jeffers and I are going to kind of tag team that. So let's go on inside. Okay, now our procedures walking down the hallway are that we're going to be going in a clockwise manner. We're going to all go in the same direction, facing the same direction, and that's the way it's going to be throughout the whole school. We're going to have arrows on the ground directing you which direction to go so that there's no mistakes here. We're going to walk down the hallway. We're going to, upon entering the classroom, we're going to squirt on some hand sanitizer. We're going to go to our seat. Your seat will already be sanitized from the class before. You'll sit down, we'll start class. We'll all be facing in the same direction, facing the teacher at the front of the room.
Hey there, students and parents. We're going to talk about the arrival and dismissal of school. They're going to look a little bit different. In the morning, the traffic pattern is going to be the same. We don't want to change that, but how we go into the building is going to be different. Our bus riders will all come in through the main entrance, and that's the only students we want using the main entrance. So our buses will pull up into our front loop here and disembark this way. The parents dropping off in the front parking lot will enter through our athletic doors. That's door number 2. And then, like we have been doing over the years, all the parents dropping off on the back loop will use door 7 by the cafeteria like they always have. We're hoping that by having the 3 different entrance points, we can maintain our social distancing, which we're going to put on you students. When you come off those buses, we want you to be spaced out. Don't be grouping together. That's not a time to be having our social talks. We want to enter the building and go directly to our classrooms. We won't be stopping at any lockers. We won't be stopping at the restrooms. We'll be going right to the classrooms. We will have supervision in the classrooms, and they will direct you from there. Dismissal will look a little bit different also. At the end of the day, wherever your classroom is, you will use the doors nearest you. So if you're down on the far end of the building, at the dismissal you will exit the doors nearest you. And once again, we don't want any congregating, we don't want any hanging out. That's not the time for that. You're going to go directly to your bus or your vehicle. The buses this year will be picking up in the back loop. So if you are a bus rider, you will exit through like the cafeteria area. Otherwise, everyone else will come out their near door and go directly to their vehicles. We're going to mask up, get ready to head inside and continue our conversation. Hey gang, all right, let's talk about masks. They're going to be a big part of your life this year. So let's start with the proper way to put them on. They need to be covering your nose and your mouth at all times. If you're not doing that, you're really defeating the purpose. You will wear your mask from the parking lot into the building. You will wear them in the hallways. You'll wear them in the classrooms. The only time we will not be wearing a mask this year is when we are eating lunch. You will wear your mask to your table. You will sit down and eat lunch. We're hoping to build some breaks in for you outside, maybe get some fresh air every now and then. But this is going to be a big part of your life this year, so we want all your help and cooperation. Another thing, you don't want to be touching your mask throughout the day, and we're going to expect that these masks are worn for 1 day only and then are washed. That's important. You want to keep your mask on until you are either off the bus or in your car. You want to take it off your ears and fold it without touching the front. And you want to take that home, put that in the wash.
Also, what we plan on doing as much as possible is social distancing. In the classroom, we will, as Mr. Jeffers and I are doing right now, in the classroom, we're trying to keep that 3 to 6 feet frame that the CDC, the American Association of Pediatrics and so on recommend. We're masked up. They were saying you don't have to be at 6 feet. You could be at shorter than that, like the 3 feet range. But we will do our best. Everyone will be facing the same direction in the classroom, facing the front. So we're all looking at the teacher all in the same direction.
We will also be socially distancing when waiting in line for the restrooms, for waiting in line for the cafeteria, for dismissing from classrooms, when waiting to enter classrooms. We're going to try to maintain this type of space as much as possible. A simple rule of thumb is 1 jump rope length or fingertips or further. We want to see your faces. We want you to be here. So we all need to work together to make sure we can keep us safe.
Okay, now I've got my lunch. Imagine I have my lunch in front of me, and we're in the lunchroom now. We're going to be spread out on the table, so there's really only going to be 2 people per table. And this is the time now that I'm seated, I'm in my spot, and I can take my mask off. I'm now more than 6 feet away from any other student. I can eat safely. And so you're saying, how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to have multiple places where we're going to be eating this year. We're going to be in the cafeteria. We're going to be eating in one of our gyms. Some of you will have the opportunity to eat in the media center. So we're going to be spreading people out so that we can take the masks off and eat safely.
We will also be ordering our lunch this year ahead of time. So you will have the option in the morning, either before you leave your home or perhaps on your way to school, either with a device or a laptop. You'll be able to go online and order what you want to eat for the day, and that will be individually boxed. It'll have a sticker on it with your order on it, and those will be available for pickup as we enter the lunchroom.
Well, thank you for joining us today, tuning in, and I know you'll have lots of questions between now and then, and hopefully they will all be answered. We're going to have some FAQs coming out. We'll have some Mandarino Minutes, which is my blog, coming out. You're going to visit our website regularly. Lots of information will be coming out between now and September 8th. Once again, thank you for joining us today on behalf of the staff at Upton Middle School. We really look forward to you joining us September 8th. We'll see you then.